You know, I'm about to watch the finale of Iron Fist, but I was like, you know what I should do? I should probably make a video, because it's been a couple days. And you know, by the time you watch this, I will have seen the finale, so fuck you if you were trying to spoil it for me. Also, I don't care about spoilers. That's how much of a badass I am. So, let's just look at this. This is the last issue of Namor. Yeah, one of my subs said I should read some Namor. Was getting 4 issues a little bit of an overkill? Yeah, probably. But they were cheap as fuck. And look at this man. I have to compare this Namor to this Namor. I posted this picture on my Instagram, but I gotta go more in depth here, because you know what? Nobody follows me on Instagram. And I don't fault you for that. But let's just look at these two. The same guy. Now see, if I were more of a scrub comic book channel, like any of the other ones, I would say milkshakes not even once. But the shit is obvious, so I'm not going that route. I'm just saying, if you've never seen any of my videos before, this is your first one, I'm not going to go for the obvious shit here. Besides, that milkshake stuff, so played out. I'm tired of hearing about it, honestly. But let's look at this guy. This guy has an absolute Arnold Schwarzenegger classic physique. Mr. Olympia just happened. I think this guy would have beat the guy who won. I don't know his name. This guy has a better physique than Phil something. I know that's one of them, but look at this guy. This guy, he can afford gold gauntlets. This guy, he can afford a wetsuit. Both of these guys are both hiding their wrists. So I feel like Namor, can we get that canon? Then he has weak as fuck wrists, but it's like my wrists. Who doesn't have weak wrists? I can't show you, but I can wrap my hand around my wrist and go a little bit over. But this guy, he's like, you know what? I got fucking money. I got the paper. I got the treasures. I'm gonna craft gold gauntlets. This guy, his wetsuit sleeves were longer, and he was like, you know what? Gotta hide these wrists. But you know what? Let's just stop shitting on X-Men Red, even though people enjoy it. That issue is one of my more popular videos. What does that mean? It meant nothing. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into Namor number 32. This is the last one. Unless some other person's like, hey, you should do that. And then I just go crazy with $5. So I'm going to skip the first page, but we see a ship. It's all edges. It's all sharp. I mean, it kind of looks like something that like H.R. Geiger or Giger, if you want, would design, but less vaginas. But still pretty damn sharp. So, skipping that, and then we see whose ship it actually is. This man right here. Oh yeah, let's do him also in the front. I mean, I made a big deal about this guy. This guy, he looks like Swamp Thing with that mane, but then also Doom is here. And we see here, Doom. He's got, wow, look at that. A lot of minions. The ship is very huge, and down here we've got Finn, aka Namor's mother. She was supposed to be dead. Spoiler alert for 1992. So, I'm sorry to have ruined that for you if that was the case. But look at this. She's being held prisoner. But she's in like the quintessential teenage girl on a phone in her bedroom pose with the feet up like this. Oh yeah, I truly believe that you're being held captive right now. If this was a fucking ransom video, the police aren't coming because this shit is too lax. Lady, put those feeties down. And she's calling him a fool. You don't want to be doing that. Look at this. This is his fucking cape. The artist is Jai Lee. The writer is still John Byrne, who he did a lot of the drawing on the previous issues. But look at this. Jai Lee, oh my god, this... I'm surprised Spawn hasn't swooped in and taken this cape from this man. I mean, how hard is it to change a cape from green to red? Surely in New York there's a cape guy. The gladiator guy, the one who's like kind of retarded. But he thinks he's going. She says, you know, you're going to kill the savior of the entire world, Namor. But he's like, bitch, I'm the savior of the world. And I mean, look at that cape. This is making me rethink capes, because anytime I've seen capes in real life. I've been to Asheville, North Carolina during a music festival. A lot of motherfuckers wearing capes, and guess what? None of them cool. But this, I feel like, you know, I don't get political, but I feel like if Trump started rocking a cape, I mean, how is he not? How is he honestly not wearing a cape? But I'm just saying, get a cape. And he says, wait, look at this panel. This is beautiful. But, you know what, I am going to ruin something for you. Look at Sue's neck. I mean, is she, we can't see it because it's in silhouette, but is she wearing those, like, gold rings of that one, like, really specific tribe in some Asian country? But he's talking about how he, you know, he feels a pang of sweet remorse at the final passing of one who is at once an enemy and a worthy ally. One who stood in battle with me against the cursed members of the Fantastic Four. Those were the days, female. Oh shit, I didn't even realize that female, that hard female there. Those were moments whose least memory is sufficient to fire my blood. Yo, if you know of any issues that are like Doctor Doom and Namor going against the Fantastic Four, tell me, I will get on that. But just look at this. That is beautiful. And she freaks out. She looks down. She looks like Marvel Zombies right here. But she calls him out. She's like, you think your puny plans to conquer the surface world encompass all there is of the earth? I am so glad she brought this up. Thank you, Finn. But it's spelled F-E-N, so Fen. Thank you for bringing this up, homegirl, even though your lips are receding like a corpse. See, you guys, I share my affinity to become a villain. Almost every single video, I feel like, because, you know, I gotta get a crew together. And some of you guys live in other countries. Perfect. Let's get some Lindsay Parks villain cells. Let's take the word cells away from terrorists. Let's take the word cells away from Splinter Cell. Let's take the word cells away from cell phone companies. Get a lot of sleeper agents out there from a villainy. But I've only been thinking about conquering the surface world. I mean, what the fuck am I even doing? Now, we are dealing a lot of blows to the ocean via the pollution and overfishing and stuff, but we gotta get in there. We gotta put guys in wetsuits, but with gold gauntlets, a lot of harpoon guns, just taking fucking everything out. Or I'll get a bunch of lionfish, put them to some reefs, they fuck everything up. It's just, this comic is making me realize, like, hey, the earth is like 70% water. Use it. Use that shit. So, God, I get so fired up when I think about, you know, my crime empire. But eventually, the ship starts rocking. They don't know what's going on. This one guy, who looks like Sam Keith drew him, but I guess he was just born that way, is like, holy shit, what is going on? What is happening? Who could be possibly doing this massive ship? And you already know who it is. Bam! Oh my god, this is beautiful. Like, I don't even... This guy, I think it would have beat Arnold in Mr. Olympia. I feel like I'm sounding like I'm really into bodybuilding, but I've just watched like three documentaries about it. Which seems like a lot about a very specific sport. Sport? I mean, is it though? Look at this. It's a Submariner. You already know what it is. He's slowing it down with... Oh, God. You gotta remember, Dr. Doom built this ship. But, I mean, just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you know everything, alright? I'm so sick of these fucking high and mighty doctors. High and mighty burn victims and doctors. I'm making all sorts of enemies here. Muscles mightier than those of any human. Muscles whose true strength has never yet been fully tested. Strain against the force of Dr. Doom's machines. And Triumph, he just does it so easy. Look at that prop falling down in the water. Yeah, that'll fuck up some fish for sure. Yes. Yes. Fuck yeah. But then look at this. That's an Arnold Schwarzenegger pose. I mean, I'm sure every other bodybuilder who has ever existed has done this. Kai Green. Probably. Callum Von Mike. I don't know. I got pretty damn close, but look at that. Heroic. I don't want to fuck with this man. Look, I wish I wouldn't have thrown the X-Men red, because then we could compare bodies. Well, what the fuck happened? See, and if I was super obvious, I would have made a soy milk joke here. Or soy in general, but you know what? I fuck with silk. I fuck. So I can't even, I won't do it. It's obvious. So we got some ads for some video games. We got, okay, so I was gonna skip this page, right? Not a whole lot going on here. I mean, I could have just said, you know, the ship, it starts sinking. Finn, she's super psyched about getting into that water because, you know, she's Atlantean and that's kind of their thing. But I have to because the writing is so good. It's like, this is what I really like when you go back and read these old comics, because it's as if they tried. It's the craziest thing. It's like these guys were wordsmiths, and now I wouldn't be surprised if most of the writers at Marvel's, except for Ethan Sachs, my boo, just gets a thing of Mad Libs and then just tries that. But let's just see where I can jump in. So much metal cannot move, but that the liquid ocean reacts. Doom has time enough only to see the thunderous wave before it sweeps him from the heaving deck. There is another here, however, to whom the sudden deluge is a sweet salvation, deprived for long hours of the life-giving nourishment of her native element. The Atlantean princess, known as Finn, feels the touch of the sea as a heady draught of rich, intoxicating nectar. Are you kidding me, John Byrne? Holy shit, dude. I bet that just came off top of the dome. He was like, I don't even do rough drafts. I'm John Byrne. Fuck you. For a moment, it is almost too much for her. Her head swims. The world spins all about her. Then slender muscles tense and swell, and power to rival that of Namor himself. How would they write that today? She was relieved at the water. And then her dialogue bubble would be like, I'm gonna punch you now. Or she'd be like flexing, but it'd be an artist who can't draw, so it would look like shit. So, Dr. Doom, he's tumbling down. He has to ditch the cape because it's heavy. Has anyone ever seen Trump in water? We've got a Gremlins thing going on here. Even then, you know what? He would take his cape off, because I assume his cape will be lined with the fur of... I can't stop thinking about nuns. I've been thinking about the nuns for a couple of days now, and I don't want to make a joke about how nuns don't shave themselves. But it would have to be like some secret sect of nuns, so it make their worth like really high up. Or we can just go with, you know, Fennec Fox's fur-lined, his red president cape. But he has to ditch the cape, and you know what? He becomes... John Byrne puts a living torpedo. His suit reacts. It's waterproof. I mean, I would have assumed he'd be down for the count, but he is not. And alright, let's get into the real thing about this comic. We get another contest here. But this one, I might have a shot. Alright. Join the Ghost Rider cult. You will be charged $1.95. I've got it. I've got that paper. Ghost Rider print. I don't give a fuck. What can we win? How to play. After entering your telephone number, you have 3 chances to acquire Ghost Rider's powers. What have we been talking about this whole time? Alright, you know what? Let's give it a shot. I got my phone here. What are the chances that this is still active? You know what? I got an email. Let me see. Okay, I got a thing that shipped. Alright, let's see. 1-900. I gotta get this shit in frame. Ghost. This is kind of high-octane action. You're not getting on the other channel, so give me that sub. Tell a friend. Let's get some Ghost Rider powers.
Your account is not authorized to make calls to this phone number. If you would like to have additional capabilities added to your account, please call customer service.
Su cuenta no está autorizada para ser llamada.
I gotta call fucking customer service to get some Ghost Rider powers? I need to see the manager. Well, there it is again, another contest that I just fucking lose. So let's just try to recover. I don't even want Ghost Rider powers, but it's like continue being a regular human, have Ghost Rider powers. I mean, I feel like it's an easy choice. Damn it. God damn it. Alright, gotta skip a couple pages here. But Dr. Doom, he's down in there. You know what? They're gonna start to tell me. I love this art. It's like muddy and no detail right here, but it just fucking works for me. So they start battling it out. You see Dr. Doom, he's got the Iron Fist. You're ready to go. And speaking of, who else is here? Bam! He was in here a couple of issues ago. Look at this. Fucking crazy eyes. I'm ready. I'm queued up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with some Iron Fist finale. So in a ship that's coming down, it doesn't even matter. We got Namorita. We got Misty Knight. Calling Wing? Who the fuck are you? You don't look Asian, but that just looks like fantastic. Again, I gotta give John Byrne props for his goddamn literary capability, son. More than Namor lies ahead. I feel a darkness hovering over us. A black malignancy that poisons all it touches. I sense the hand of Master Khan. Okay, now think of it in today's terms. It would have been, I feel like Dr. Doom is down there. Scene. Like, yo, I really am developing an appreciation for writing. And I don't know whether to like it or not. I will skip this page, however. Okay, Fenn, aka Namor's mom, if you have, not so great short-term memory. It took me a second to bring that out. I might need to check on my long-term memory or my working memory. Because there's 3 types of memory. Yeah, I learned something in college. That was it. That's all it was. But she comes down to help out her boy, and guess what? Dr. Doom starts choking her, and it takes all my willpower, not just to end the video and, take care of some stuff. But you know what? It's not that interesting. It's not even that good of a choke because it immediately gets interrupted by, well, bam! We see Namor. Look at this. He looks absolutely feral. I mean, let's be honest. He looks like, god damn, it just hit me that I could be a Ghost Rider right now. That was the closest I've ever come to becoming a Ghost Rider, and I gotta wake up tomorrow not a Ghost Rider. Like, what the fuck? Do I even set my alarm? Like, why? Okay, just pause that for a second. Can you imagine going to a therapist and being like, yeah, I'm not a Ghost Rider. Imagine if they didn't know about comics. That would be like, what the fuck? You wanna fuck ghosts? Time in. Look at this. He looks absolutely feral. She is into it. She has to remind herself that's her son. But I don't know how Atlanteans are about incest, because, I mean, they're kind of like fish. And some fish just eat their young, so why would they have any qualms about fucking them? So we see, Dr. Doom, he just has to take it. He's hitting him with that Imperious Rex. And, oh, God. I do have to show this. Look at that. So good. So good, and it's not even that much. It's almost entirely black, negative space. But you get these windows, you get a little bit of this so you know what's going on. It looks incredible. He just punches the shit out of him. Mom gets in on it. He just keeps going crazier. Even the dialogue is like, just when you thought he couldn't hit him any harder, he does. And then he does some of the most gangster shit I've seen of all time. He punches him, right? Not that gangster. Hold on. Hold on to your butts here, people. He punches him, and he shoots him up from the fucking bottom of the ocean floor through his ship. So guess what? Number 1, you got punched. That's a literal blow to the ego. Number 2, your big-ass ship that you probably commissioned or had constructed by hand by yourself or had Doombots help you, now it's got a hole in it. That's the one thing you don't want your ship to have, is a big-ass hole in it. Plus, you cause the hole, you can't go back to that part of the ocean. They'll all talk about it. And then, when he finally hits the deck, hits the deck from being just completely pulverized, Namor's already waiting up there for him. Just like, that's the gangster part of it. Imagine you've been punched off of a building, like a 1-story, so you'll survive. And then when you land, the dude who punched you, he's already waiting there. I feel like I haven't seen that in any comics or movie. Like, even movies where, what the fuck, teleporting is a thing. People aren't taking advantage of it. Oh god. Could I have done this with the ghost powers that were so unfairly taken from me? God damn. So, and look at this. Oh god, we're back to the choking. And so he's like, yeah, do you got any last words? We see this guy who I think is Master Khan. And he has some dialogue, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me since I haven't read every single issue of this run. But I will end it with this last page because it's kind of weird. Look at this. Fucking spoiler alert, am I right? Shit. But he looks like Mr. Sinister. I don't know. But do me a favor, if you have Ghost Rider powers, comment them to me, and then probably, you know, just like choke me a little.